You want to just like toss it at my forehead or something like that? That'd be great. Thank you. Oh man. So Citrus,
Yes.
would you still like to play Guilty Gear Strive?
Yes, I would love to play Guilty Gear.
All right.
Oh, why?
Don't worry about it.
Mm,
All right, let's just say I got you Friday.
mm, I, mm, I don't like people just giving me things.
You get used to it.
Heck you. God.
Don't threaten me with a good time. You can ask Danger Syrup. Uh, Give me a minute. My brain is not working today. I mean, shit. If I can teach Grandpa how to play Fortnite, I can teach you how to play Guilty Gear Syrup. Tris.
Uh, Grandpa, speaking of which, played some Fortnite like the other night to see how it looks with the new like graphics card,
Mhm.
and so
Just
like
don't do it. It's a trap.
so like I fire it up and it's like, oh, we've detected new hardware. Let's automatically set your settings and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, sure. Give me what you got. It's like, all right,
Ultra high. You
mid.
can now see every follicle of somebody's foreskin.
It was like mid.
Damn.
I was like, what?
I have returned and I have alcohol. This is gonna be the second day in a row that I'm slowly turning into an alcoholic.
What do you mean slowly?
Yeah. At least I'm not doing it during the day. Be like the
I
worst
mean,
thing ever.
it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. And speaking of that, it is 6 o'clock where I am.
Yes. So, being that it is 6 o'clock, we are all otherwise
Marginally here.
Mhm.
Let's go ahead and get started with a little bit of a recap. Since
Previously on Dragon Ball Z.
if you see a dragon, bump the dragon. Okay, so anyways, where the party is currently located is what has been referred to as the Old North Quay. This was a former sort of like satellite small village, basically, that was associated with runoff. But many years ago, we're talking like multiple decades, for one reason or another, it just kind of died off. And they had built a short quay in this area that is at this point completely just like destroyed. All that's left is like some rocky outcroppings and a few scattered foundation walls like that. When the party arrived, it was exceedingly foggy, just as it had been at the church. It is still technically foggy, but I've decided to take the fog off of the map so we can just see shit. It is still actually quite foggy. Well, I've
fog is
removed
a
it. You might
special kind
want
of
to refresh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you can't see the whole map, you might want to refresh.
There we go. I see now.
You know what? I'll go ahead and do that too. Let me go ahead and refresh the 20 rolls.
And we go back
No,
to
I don't want you to know where I'm located at.
No thanks.
You don't need to know where I am.
I am rapidly approaching
All
your
right,
location.
so all right, so anywhoots, yeah, so the party made it to this location. It was quite foggy, and in that fog, taking advantage of, there was a couple of big guys. To the priest that you guys met at the, and that's still with a question mark, similar to the priest that you guys met in the graveyard and church ruins. These guys are more fish than they are guy. but
Glub
they
glub.
they were very glub glub with the chub, and they were dangerous, but not like that dangerous. The real meat and potatoes was the shapeshifter that had been taking the form of Rusi, depending on how you want to pronounce it, which is Callie's older brother. He appeared out of the mist and just ran Timothy just right through with a single like sword strike, just getting ripped him to shit. And then basically,
health as well.
yeah, and this was repeated multiple times as this thing had a like bounce in and out of the fog kind of like special ability. Eventually, though, it did manage to work its way over toward Callie, and when it did so, it unhinged its jaw and like stuck out a 4-foot long tongue that then broke into multiple prongs, like fucking Dead Space style, stabbed into her like syringes and like slurped up some blood. And it then take any scene from Batman the Animated Series where Clayface is a character, and then it just like did that to like switch from Rusi into Callie herself. It continued to be very deadly even as a like small Kitty teenager, and eventually it was taken down. While all of this was going on, however, there's technically sort of a separate battle that was going on because a fucking tentacle that was about 15 feet long or so had come up out of the water just here off of the beach.
Never got to see it. I only ever got to see it from Citrus's POV. I never got to actually see it myself.
Yeah, like half of the party saw the shapeshifter, and half of the party saw the tentacle, and neither half saw both creatures at the same time. Except Torque. Torque actually managed to see both of those things at the same time.
Yeah, I think I only saw it after it had transformed to like the copy of Callie.
Yeah. June only would have seen it after the transformation. But either way, eventually the June put some bullets into the tentacle, and the tentacle decided to just fuck off. But not after causing a lot of headaches, literally and figuratively. After which, once everything was down, Callie was hit with a strong vision of a like sarcophagus that was in one of these ruined buildings, and it was over here on this outcrop. There is a ratty, torn-up bridge that can hardly sustain the weight of a like regular-sized human person, let alone the fucking sarcophagus and multiple character. But this sarcophagus, which is over here, which is a huge fucking like box, it is a magical item, or at least it's magical insofar as you guys can. Callie is aware that this thing is both magical and mechanical, and she determined that it kept shit cold, and she cracked it open, and inside she found her brother, Rusi, except he is looking pretty fucking ragged and is missing an arm, and he's currently in a state of suspended animation inside of the sarcophagus of suspension. So, there was some brief discussion on how to get the sarcophagus like out of there, and it was pointed out that Laria does have the levitate spell, so she could cast levitate on it, and then you guys could weightlessly maneuver it out of the building and across the bridge and whatnot. So that at least fixes how to get this thing the fuck out of here. The box is unambiguously keeping Rusi frozen, and if it is shut off, if like say Rusi doesn't receive some immediate medical attention, he's not going to live long. So at the moment, he's still in frozen gay baby jail until you guys otherwise figure out a way to do something about that. So
We best figure it out. Otherwise,
Yeah, that is something that is
you have to deal with
that is something you're going to need to figure that one
right.
part out. But it is now that the more like mystical effects that were affecting the weather have like faded. It is still quite foggy, but not nearly as thick as it was. It is approaching midday, and it is also beginning to rain lightly, like not like pouring cats and dogs or anything, but it is raining, starting to rain lightly. The mist has upgraded itself to actual precipitation, and the rain is quite normal, cold for the time of year, but like still chilly. Daytime highs are around 65 when you're not wet.
Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit?
They use Fahrenheit in this world. They have it. They have it.
I was gonna say, if that's Celsius, we're fucking dead.
Yeah, they have it. They have it invented the metric system in this on this world.
Which did come first, the metric or the? It's fine.
That was the imperial system,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yes, it's the imperial system, and there's an empire here, so
Yeah.
they use the imperial system,
That
which
makes
means
sense.
everything is measured by like how many hamburgers washing machines are
Yeah,
bolted.
I was about to say how many hot dogs wide. I was just gonna say that. Measure everything in hot dogs wide.
But yeah, well, they've at least I will give them the benefit that with the advent that they are currently going through, quite literally the fast forward version of the Industrial Revolution, they have at least stopped using the Emperor's foot to determine how long a foot is. They've actually hit some standardization. But either way, though, you have a big ass heavy sarcophagus. I did put into the Discord loot channel some details on the sarcophagus. Specifically, this thing is, as far as moving it around, it is a bulk of 10. It is going to require at least 4 medium-sized creatures using both hands to move it around. Now, obviously, if you've got large-sized creatures, like horses, which the party currently does have, it only takes 2 horses to strap this thing to move it around. Or if you had access to 1 huge-sized creature, that's all it would take. So, 1 Gloria.
Damn, too bad we don't got 1 Gloria.
Damn, we left her at home.
At the moment, you don't have the 1 Gloria, but you do have a couple of horses and a highly motivated and ingenuity, MacGyver-minded fucking engineer right here. So you guys can figure out some sort of litter otherwise to like drag this thing back home, because levitate does not last forever.
I would assume it doesn't last forever.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea to
it does not.
Put it on something.
Yeah, you will need levitate to get it out of its current position. That is this bridge is not going to hold. So you will need levitate to get it out of its current position.
All right. Yeah. What materials are around currently?
Well, you have plenty of sand, water. There is hard stone. You have packed earth, and there are a multitude of regular coastal available plants. And as an Azraketi with just like a brief, toe in the water, you can tell that not far out there's also quite a lot of kelp and things like that.
Damn, I don't think any of that's gonna help me build something to carry to fucking leverage this, like a little cart for the sarcophagus.
Yeah, not directly here, but it's also not far to get like, sticks and whatnot that you could rig up at least a litter to, attach to the harnesses and straps and everything that you have on the horses.
Yeah, that probably be a
It
good
would just require you to make a relatively difficult craft check.
Oh, well, that seems like not a big deal, honestly. I could probably do it.
Yep.
Also,
The
question.
DC is going to be 25 when we get to that.
Okay, that's feasible. Also, question: can I like, just in case, can I get like I don't know, like a sample or something or some proof of like the shapeshifter or whatever?
Oh yeah, the body is still there.
Alright,
It
I'm
is
gonna-
dissolving and it smells like rotten sewage, but it's still there.
What is
It's
the?
still vaguely Cali shaped.
Vaguely.
All right, I'm gonna
It's like a
vaguely
melted
Cali.
box.
Okay, well then I'm gonna cut the head off with my sword. As
All right.
I
Your
need-
your sword
need to-
goes through it
Alright,
pretty hard.
It's like that Sonic popsicle.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
right. Yeah, it is like that Sonic popsicle.
I'm gonna use some kelp and some leaves to protect it somewhat from the elements, so that it's some keeps its shape in case.
Okay.
Just in case, I might end up needing to pull that out.
When
Depending on how things go in the town.
this may or may not be interesting to you, Kelly, but when you do lop that thing's head off, first of all, when you pull it out, you'll notice there are no bones on the inside. Like you didn't have to cut through a spinal cord. There's just flesh in quotation marks and a tube down the middle of the throat. Like there's no musculature, no veins. It's just one slab of muscle.
Strange. That is very weird.
And the flesh
I'm
is
gonna
very
put that-
specifically fishy.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, and then I'm gonna put it in a very isolated area because I don't want it fucking touching anything else. I'll probably just like throw it in like a makeshift bag made out of like kelp, and just have it fucking like dangling off of like Mr. Service or something because I don't want it fucking stinking up the whole goddamn cockpit.
Okay. All
And
right.
then I'm gonna kick the body, flip it off, and say "fuck you," and then I'm gonna leave.
All right then. One final disrespect to the shapeshifter. Okay, so this obviously, of course, takes a little while. I will need you to go ahead and roll that craft check for 1 hour's worth of work in order to set up a litter that can drag.
Alrighty.
This will not impact the horse's ability to carry people, but it will slow them
Oh
down.
my god.
All right, that's 1 hour down.
This.
You
Fuck,
could just spend another hour and make another check without having
Yeah,
to spend.
yeah,
Can we like chip in to help with that?
Yeah, sure. If anybody wants to make a craft check, if you are trained in it and you can make a DC 20, then you can provide aid.
Let's see, crafting.
I
am.
will try.
I can't.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I
know
am
what?
trained in crafting.
Let me try.
Are you
Open up
trained
Tim-
in it?
Damn it, yeah, I'm
Open up
trained.
Tim- Open up Tim's sheet. I think he's like the second best in crafting.
I think so. Let's see here. Let's open Tamantha.
Man.
All
Hopefully,
right,
yeah.
let's see here.
It's a shame. It's a shame that Tim had to miss this session, but hopefully they can come next time.
Unfortunately, Tim is actually
I
an
mean-
expert at crafting. It's just Tim's not very smart. But here's Tim's craft check. Let's see if he fucks this up.
Hey,
Hey, okay, he gets past the 20, which means he does actually provide aid. So, Callie, for your second hour worth of crafting on this, you get a +2.
let's go.
Okay, there we go.
There we fucking go.
Nice.
I fucking rolled it. I hate that. I rolled a 2 the first time, and then I rolled a fucking 20 the second time. It's after I got the fucking bonus.
Okay.
That's just
Alrighty.
sometimes how the dice
Well,
works. They're fickle
yep.
mistress.
So,
Yeah.
it is a bit after lunch, then, once the litter is actually put together enough that it will withstand the ride back home. Like I said, though, this doesn't prevent the horses from carrying people, but it does slow them down. So, as far as the travel, you have 10 miles to cover, and let me bring up travel speed here. with the reduced travel speed, this puts the horses as basically no faster than you guys would walking.
Damn.
Which
I
means that they
sacrifice
cover.
I will make.
Yeah, well, it means that they cover 2.5 miles per hour of travel, and you got to cover 10 miles.
So it'll take 4 hours exactly.
Yep. So it will take 4 hours for you guys to get back to Runoff. It is as you are leaving the quay. It is. Let's see here. It is 2 in the afternoon. So that means by the time you get back, it will be right around 6.
All right.
Okay. So travel begins. It takes a little bit more than an hour and a half, about an hour and 45 minutes, for you guys to get back to the point where you can see the old Desnan Church that it has the attendant graveyard next to it. Thankfully, this isn't like an old SNES game where all of the enemies respawn the moment you move to the next screen. So as you guys come back through here, it is still just dead quiet. But like, there's normal sounds from the ocean. You get the occasional animal noises. Nature is just doing its shit here.
Just
everything else though, very quiet.
Just a quick glance. The corpses that we fought there, have they been disturbed at all or moved? Or aside from like any birds maybe picking at them, like scavengers. Like I do like just a quick perception check.
A lot of actually, you know what? Yeah, make a perception. I'll go ahead and tell you though to remember from that event. A lot of the massive bodies got sort of vaporized, but there were several leftover corpses.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really get that high of a roll either way, but yeah, just a quick glance.
Might have been my fault.
As best you can tell, it just looks like maybe some scavengers have come through and have picked at things. Not everything seems to be almost exactly in the way that y'all left it when you packed out of here less than 12 hours ago.
Yeah, Jin just kind of mentions to the party, do you think we should tell anybody about that? Maybe get someone to clean that up, or just leave it as it is?
Who's gonna clean it up? I think if tell them, I'm gonna get it up in the fuck to actually go and clean that up.
I'm not saying us. I'm just,
I wasn't referring to us either. I'm just saying who exactly would we tell that actually go and rebury all those bodies.
All right.
Fair. Callie does have kind of a point. Torque points that out. Is that assuming that everyone continues to act as they have in the way that we've been here. So I really don't think anybody would come out here and do that. And assuming that nothing mystical happens to these bodies, in the meantime, nature will take care of it eventually.
It'd probably be a good thing if those bodies got taken by nature, because then they can't get resurrected a third time.
Yeah,
they can't get brought back a third time. Third or fourth time, maybe.
Not to mention the church is profaned, and I want to say that's one of those ways that undead get made is by burying them in profaned locations.
Would Callie know? I think Callie would. She's got how that's possible.
Yeah, Callie, just go ahead and make a
religion, occult.
Yeah, make a religion check. That would be the appropriate one. With an 18, yes, there are in fact several undead that are made specifically by burying them in profaned locations, like this one. Well, you bury a body and then you get an undead.
All right, June did not know that. She keeps a note on that as they continue on.
Okay, so as you guys approach runoff, as you're within like that last like 30 odd minutes or so as you're coming up into town. No one needs to make a perception check for this, but since the weather continues to be sort of like on and off again, misty cold rain throughout the entire like day, as you guys are starting to like round the bend to where you would see runoff in the distance, but you also begin to hear distantly the clang bong of like multiple bells or gongs or something like that being rung. It is rhythmically. It's not like a chaos or anything like that, but it is like a bong, bing, bong kind of like noise coming from town.
Is it because they've spotted us, or has the fire grown out of control again or something?
Well, at the moment there does not be any fire, especially at the distance that it's at and everything. You don't see any fire, but you do hear what sounds like church bells being rung.
At the distance that we're at, is it possible that anyone could spot us? How far away we are?
Unless they're using magical senses, no. But unless y'all change course, you inexorably draw into town, and I'm going to change the map.
Okay.
All right, so we are going to move over here back to the runoff area map. I am going to take a moment here. Let's see.
Surprised that the trash heap fire didn't get any bigger.
It thankfully did not get bigger. In fact, it's gone.
Okay.
That off of the map. Okay. So, as you guys are coming back down from the North Road, obviously the first large building that you would otherwise come across is a currently active Desnan church. And as you guys are starting to get kind of close-ish, not only do you continue to hear the bells, but you hear voices of many people speaking in a combination of common and Azerketi flavored Aquan. Just kind of like a rabble of a crowd or whatever. And when you get to the point where you can see that outside of the church there are dozens of people standing around, talking with each other, and like they're not they're not like a mob or anything, but there is a crowd of people in front of the church, and on the church steps you see that same like Desnan cleric guy who you guys passed before when he was like just sort of like preaching into the void essentially, but now he has a whole ass flock of people here in front of him, and he is intoning a traditional Desnan like prayer blessing, like may you have safe travels wherever you are going to, blah 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 blah, that kind of spiel. It's very very fucking normal, and everyone would be familiar with hearing it. Desna is a very popular goddess, but either way, they don't really pay you guys much attention until you close, and then like a couple of the crowdsfolk like glance in your direction, and then there's just sort of like a murmur that like passes through the crowd, and like things kind of start to get quiet as like people like notice, look your direction. Several of them get off of the road and like out of your way, and like they honestly like move like the parting of the seas, to like give you guys plenty of clearance as you come by.
Finally, I'm getting some fucking respect around here.
But yeah, you guys hear quiet murmurs and whatnot. Multiple people asking like who you are, like as a group, like who are those people, and like a couple of people who just kind of like saw you in passing and whatnot, like mentioning that sort of thing. But you do hear every now and again Callie's name like whispered amongst the like rabble that's going on. But yeah, they all kind of like shy away, and the priest finishes up his chant, and then he looks over at the party, like taking actual notice of you this time, and he spreads out his arms so that his robes are doing the whole like butterfly wings thing, and he says in common, "Welcome back to Runoff. I wish I had bid you more of a proper farewell when you left last time. I am glad to see that you are returning to us well," and like he does like pose that as a question, like, "Are you okay?" Kind of like thing, and he does like, you do see him like sort of like glance at the sarcophagus that's being pulled by the horses in the back, but he doesn't focus on it. He glances at it, takes note, looks back at you guys.
I glance at the guy.
Okay?
I glance at the guy. Yeah, we're doing pretty well, buddy. You try any damn thing, I'm gonna make sure you're. I'm gonna make sure that's the last damn thing you ever do in this fucking planet. And then...
Fair.
Yeah, just threaten the priest. Like that's gonna...
the priest kind of wrinkles a little bit under that, but he's like, fair. And he says, and then he says, well, your animosity is reasonable, considering the unfortunate circumstances. I cannot explain to you any of that. Some madness took us all and has held us in its grip. We just this day have suddenly realized that we were not even fully ourselves. And he kind of like gestures at the crowd of people who have gathered. It's like, many of us have questions and concerns about that, and they have turned to me to shepherd those questions to Desna, and hopefully in her divine greatness she will provide answers.
Kelly kind of like looks over at Seamus and nudges him and says in Rasu, "Do you think I should tell them about the Bleak Reef?"
The Rasu says nothing.
Huh?
You just got asked a question by your daughter.
Oh, sorry. I was spaced out for a minute. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
I said, do you think I should tell them about the Bleak Reef? This is in Rasu.
I think it's probably the best idea that we don't tell them about the Bleak Reef.
Granted, that's a good idea, but at the same time, they want answers, but yeah, probably best to keep it to ourselves, honestly.
They want answers, they can look for them the damn selves.
Technically speaking, that is what they're doing right now. Looking for answers.
Sure.
By turning to faith.
Instead of reason.
But otherwise, the priest and the other like flock of regular just Desnan worshippers here, they fully like clear the whole ass road for the entire party. Like they don't even need to clear that much space, but they clear the entire road for you guys to pass by.
This is a fucking parade.
It was probably because I threatened the priest.
Well, it's not a parade because no one's like.
No one's clapping.
But nobody's clapping. They just all get the fuck out of your way. And there are several people who absolutely refuse to meet Callie's gaze.
Callie Callie's just like smugly all like looking at all of them very angrily. It's like, yeah, I fucking see you.
Get bent, assholes.
She's on a short fuse today.
Well, I wasn't expecting
Understandable.
Dying has made her very angry. Almost dying has made her very angry.
All right. Well, that, however, brings up a question. The party has gone through a couple of rough combats in just the past, very roughly 24 hours, and is currently running low on reagents and spell slots and all of those various resources. Hit points, hit points by a mile.
Mm-hmm.
So, the question I'm going to ask you guys is, now that you have returned to town and the town is showing Callie a considerable amount of difference than they did before, what are y'all going to do as far as like recuperating?
Well, I mean, I kind of wanted to buy proper clothes for Reese, and maybe like sneak into one of the trash heaps and steal an automaton arm.
Both of those things can be done.
All of this is for Reese. Just
okay. As far as though taking actual rest, are you guys going to just head back to the Dockmasters?
Yeah.
Is there some type of like blacksmith workshop? See if I can enhance my scythe just a little bit.
They do have a smithy. It's mostly designed to like take things apart, as opposed to like crafting. But they do have to do a lot of work on their own tools. So yeah, there is a place you can do that.
All right, I guess I'll go visit the smithy and see if I can strengthen my scythe just a little bit more.
All right. Okay. So then,
I might hand you the Azurketi longsword I was given, so that you can strengthen that as well.
All right.
Make sure whoever sees the like Callie like hands Seamus like the blacksmith sword, and he's like, word of advice. Make sure he doesn't scam you. These fuckers are vile.
These fuckers are vile.
Okay, so Seamus is going to go swing by the blacksmith. Callie needs to stop in the metal market to pick up some clothing for Reese, and then also wants to swing past one of the trash heaps to like snag an automaton arm.
Yeah.
Does anyone else in the party want to do anything otherwise specifically?
Just really trying to make sure we don't get jumped.
Okay. All right. So June's so June's just on like hypervigilance watch. Okay, good. Well, June, since you're on watch, would you actually go ahead and make a perception check for me? And you know what? I'll make one for Torque too.
All right. Eesh. Ouch.
Damn.
I think I'll
and everybody do add a hero point if you haven't done so.
I was going to say I'll use my hero point for the day for that. There we go. That's much more like it.
A lot better. That's a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And Torque got a 20. Okay. So at the moment in town, besides the fact that at least at the moment there doesn't seem to be anything like stalking you or doing anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Every person that you guys pass, all of the Azurketi, they all seem to be distracted, like not like mind wandering sort of wise, but they're like paying much less attention to you than you think that they probably should be. They like every time you see Azurketi in a group of 2 or more, they are in a discussion with each other, and on those times where it's common and therefore June could understand it, all of them seem to be discussing how they've been feeling recently and how all of a sudden like that has changed for them. Like they for some like a lot. One of them specifically mentioned they were just really pissed off for like the longest of time, and they cannot remember why they were pissed off or what they were pissed off about or who they were pissed off at. They were just angry all of the time, and today they're just not. So a lot of them seem to be much more focused on their, sort of like internal emotional and their own perception of the world around them. So yeah, that's what's going on there. Picking up clothes for Reese in the middle market is a simple thing. You can buy ordinary, fit him at the regular cost for ordinary clothing, which is like a couple of copper pieces, I think. Like you're buying thrift store clothing for Reese, and just kind of like guesstimating how big he is. But Seamus,
yeah,
when you go to the yeah, it's a couple of copies. I'll give you the exact cost here in just a second. But Seamus, when you go to the blacksmith is going through that same like shit that everybody else here is in town. But when you get there, first of all, one thing that he doesn't react to you in any sort of like negative or hostile way whatsoever. He's honestly just like surprised to see you, and then also like, here's your request, and she's like, yeah, sure, I can do that for you. And his first question is, as far as like strengthening the scythe, what do you want to do to strengthen the scythe? Like, what's your intentions?
So to strengthen it, is there anything that I can do to it to like make it do like a different effect, or just like increase like I wouldn't say the hit chance of it?
Now there are stuff that you can do magically to improve an item. There used to be a thing, Mastercraft, and I'll look it up to see if that's still a thing in second edition. Syrup, the cost for ordinary clothing is actually 1 silver piece.
1 silver piece? Alright, that's fine.
Okay. Is there masterwork items anymore? No. That's apparently not a thing in second edition, but it used to be a thing in first edition. Okay. Well, you know what? This is an Azurketi blacksmith, and he knows how to make items for Azurketi. So, if you would like him to modify scythe so that it is quote unquote aquatic, meaning that it does not take the penalty for fighting underwater, he can do that. It would cost you like 1 gold piece for him to like do so, but he can do that, and it will take him like about 2 hours to make those changes.
So if it becomes aquatic, it'll just be like, oh yeah, I can swing it underwater efficiently.
Yes, it means you can swing it underwater efficiently. Underwater combat, just so that we're clear on what the actual like thing is. Let's see here. Oh, it's actually a rune these days. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to say that he can do that because it's an Azurketi. Okay. Although the magical rune makes it so that if whatever you're using deals fire damage, it still deals fire damage even underwater.
So if I do arcane stance underwater with the scythe with the Azurketi trait to it, I could still do like a flaming slash with my scythe.
Yes.
Despite it being underwater. You know what? Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to say that I'm going to call this non-magical. So this weapon can be like disenchanted with. It's not an effect that could be transferred to another item or anything like that. So it's not a rune. It's just the fact that you're having an Azarketi smith make an item like he would make for another Azarketi who would be using it underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just going to run it that way. I'm going to say it's going to cost you a gold piece for him to make the adjustment to an existing item, and it's going to take him about 2 hours to do that.
And what was the? And then I remember Callie asked me about the
Swoid.
the Swoid. Yeah. What is it you wanted with the Swoid?
If you want to, he technically can add a. So if you wanted him to, he could do a potency rune, which would be adding a +1 magical bonus to its attacks.
Yeah.
And that would take him an additional 2 hours because he can't do both of these at the same time. So he would take 2 hours to adjust the first weapon, 2 hours to add the rune onto the second one. But if you want the rune, that's going to cost you 35 gold. Well, to add, yeah, you're paying for the rune, but that also includes the work of him adding it to the weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can cover that, no problem.
Yeah, and that rune, which I believe, almost already a formula for that, so she can move them around, make a copy of it, all that sort of jazz.
All right, so I have my scythe become aquatic, and then I just have the proficiency rune onto the sword that Callie wanted. Callie already has the materials to, or not, the blueprint to make the rune. So like I can craft a rune for me for my scythe. Like
that is that one on her own. Okay,
so boy.
All right, so you hand over stuff to him. He lets you know how long it's going to take. He handles with you price, takes coins from you, all that sort of jazz. It's an extremely normal which in a place wouldn't be worth note of, but here that's actually a bit unusual considering all of the previous experiences that you have ever had in the couple of times that you've been in Runoff. And speaking of unusual things in Runoff, after you've dropped off those weapons, the smith, and he tells you it is like at this point like 6:30, so it's going to be like well after dark by the time he's done. It's actually going to be pretty late, so if you just want to pick those up in the morning, that's cool. But either way, though, as you are turning around, you are starting to head back in the direction of Dockmasters. Something's off. Like you're just regular your regular senses, which detect everything around you in the universe, like a otherwise person who normally lives here does. Everything's cool, but your Kanrasu senses, the thing that makes you an Aeon, a thing that exists outside of this reality, something's wrong. Something's off.
I don't like where this is going.
The vibes, they are way less than immaculate right now. They are especially unimmaculate.
Is Callie with me right now?
Callie is not. You are currently by yourself, unless somebody wanted to go with you. I'll give you right now.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I like the horror feeling that's coming with it. So I'm gonna be like, I don't like where this is going, so I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna have a cantrip on as a reaction in case something happens.
Okay.
It's gonna be slashing gust if somebody comes at me with some type of what's the word, murderous intent, or aggressive intent towards me.
Okay. All right.
Got some sonic booms on deck.
What's the range on that, by the way?
The slashing gust?
Yeah, the slashing gust.
Range is 60 feet.
Okay. All right then. You get maybe a couple of like buildings away from the smithy, and the immaculate and the vibes get like less and less immaculate with every step you take. And then you catch no, perception check or anything needed, but you catch just in the corner of your the regular universe vision down a narrow alleyway a figure who is, say, roughly 30 or so feet away. This figure is small, like Laria and Jamal, so a figure. But it's notable in the fact that it is floating 3 feet in the air. It's got a big, broad hat with like a floppy cone on the top and like trailing robe dress sort of like thing, and it is sending you that murderous intent sort of like vibes, and it is there for a moment, and not only are you getting that sort of this thing means you harm kind of feeling, but you are also feeling that the local entropy is increasing exponentially.
Oh.
Ooh. I got tingles.
It does not make a move towards you. It's just floating there, ominously.
He's just standing there. Sorry.
Menacingly. It's being ominous, but it's not uber murderous intent, right?
Yeah, it's not at the moment making an overt move or making any sort of spell casting or anything like that you can detect, but you feel the just pure unfiltered malice coming from this thing.
You know what?
And it's directed malice. It's directed.
Oh, it's straight up directed at me. Ooh.
Yeah, it's straight up directed malice at you. While it just sort of floats there in the air.
I'm gonna do an intimidation. I'm gonna intimidate it.
Okay. Let's see here. You will need to beat its will DC of 22.
Yeah, that's
a little high.
Fuck a wee ball.
Hey, let's go.
Dot.
Yeah.
All right, so you turn and like you throw back like the vibes back at this thing of like we're gonna fuck. Shit's about to go down.
Give it the same energy.
you throw that energy right back at it, and it kind of like bobs a little bit in the air. Like it bobs a little bit, rocks back some, and then you see it reach up with one of its like narrow, spindly arms, and you can see that it has 3 fingers and a claw, or 3 fingers and a thumb. They are clawed, but they're like a color. And it grabs like the brim of its hat and it tips its hat back just a little bit, and you see 2 golden colored eyes flare to life in the darkness underneath the hat.
Oh no.
And it says something to you in Conrasu.
I am the shadow, the true self.
But when it speaks in Conrasu, its accent gives away that the thing that is speaking in Conrasu, that's not its first language. Its first language is Protean.
Oh shit.
And Protean. And Protean is the language of pure chaos. So it's speaking a order language with a chaos accent.
Oh, I love it so much.
But it says to you in Conrasu, at sort of like a regular, speaking volume. It says, "Hey, I have a question for you. You've been here surrounded by these meat puppets for a good time, so you have sort of an understanding of their culture and sayings, right?"
That depends on what you want to know.
Well, what I want to know is, are you familiar with the saying or phrase, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend"?
Yes, I'm familiar with the quote.
Oh, good, because I brought a friend. And then you hear a loud howl.
Oh.
Just rock through.
Does everybody hear this, or just?
Oh yeah, everybody hears this howl.
What the fuck?
It is so loud that it causes the very church bells around town to reverberate.
I'd imagine Callie being in like the junkyard trying to like find the automaton arm. It's just like, oh my god, what the fuck now? What do we have to deal with now?
Yeah.
He's just laughing.
No checks are required by anybody. That came from the metal market. Is where that howl came from.
And where are we at currently?
You guys are if you're not in the trash heap and you're not with the Conrasu, you are at the Dockmaster's Inn.
So I guess actually, can we put our characters down? Yeah, we can.
Yes. Yeah.
If you guys
put your characters down.
Where is where is?
Oh, I see it. Then I'm the June at the Dockmaster's Inn.
Yeah, the dot or the little marker over here is, or not June, but the marker.
Yeah, that
is the sort of like the party in general.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you guys are currently here at Dockmasters. Callie is not too far away over there in the trash heap. And let me add
Shamoose, because
Swag. Okay, so Swag is over here on this side, near the blockyard for the smith. So this is where you guys are otherwise currently located at. Came from the metal market.
Oh shit! All right. I'm assuming I turned my back to hear where it came from.
Okay.
I think they said like right
and
here,
then,
right?
Is he still there the moment I turn back around?
No.
Mother.
He is gone. The murderous intent feeling is just instantly gone, but the entropy sense that's kind of just caused the entropy in the local area to skyrocket, it is slowly beginning to ratchet back down towards, baseline.
Baseline entropy.
But yeah, it is dark, it is raining, and there was just an incredibly loud, unearthly howl that just rang out across town.
Not my fucking problem.
Callie's like, yeah, fuck that.
Enough times. I've been in danger enough times. I'm trying to get my brother back.
Seamus is internally monologuing with himself. Enemy of my enemy is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. No, what was the quote? God, I'm being
enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me summon my friend, and it was that howl. Can I do would it be to tell what kind of howl that was? Would that be a survival kind of check?
For this thing, I'm gonna need.
It had to be magical.
I'm gonna. Oh yeah, it's definitely magical and other. This one calls for occultism, and I'll tell you. That the DC is high.
How high?
Like a 28.
If I roll a 20, I'd get at least a 30. You know, I'm gonna try at least.
It can happen.
Oof.
Ooh,
Fine.
Damn.
so close.
Yeah.
That's good enough that I'll let you know that, first of all, you are utterly aware that that was a magical thing and it is otherworldly.
Can I do a check?
It sends a shiver down your spine, kind of thing, and you get as only a Conrasu can, only as an Aeon is even capable of doing, the sort of sense of some sort of cosmic equation just got solved for.
Huh. That is...
I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
And you are one of the variables in that equation. So that's what you get with your 24. But yeah, sure, Callie, you can go ahead and make one too.
I was gonna say, can I make a check as well?
Anybody who is trained in occultism can try to make a check.
I'll try.
It's funny how like
Cosmic equation just got solved.
I want to do 2 checks if that's all right.
I mean, you can, sure.
I mean, I'll
different
try.
Another 24.
24 as well.
Okay, you
And,
know that it is. You know that it's.
I
otherworldly.
probably don't know much about that.
Oh God!
But,
God damn! You guys are so fucking close.
So close.
Almost.
But I just look at June and say this town is weird.
Yeah, the other Azur Kitty.
Guys' town was normal.
Yeah, the other Azur Kitty who are at Dockmasters, they are all like, what the sheer fuck was that? Like, also all, the hell was that noise? And you've got like Azur Kitty who are like what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
Okay,
June's
Callie,
gonna notice.
your
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
was just gonna say, like,
Keep going.
yeah, just like tell the guys, like, guys, I don't think that, judging by everyone's reactions, I don't think that was something local. Should we check that out, or maybe?
Doesn't sound local. No.
Yeah, they don't. It seems like that's not something they're used to around here. Should we investigate, or like she puts a finger up, better option, get the fuck out of here.
Might want to at least get everyone else before we leave, or before we decide to leave at least.
Yeah.
okay.
So much for rest. And like she gets up.
Is anyone trying to stop me from just like stealing stuff? By the way,
Um,
the automaton arm or whatever.
Not really. No.
Right.
The trash heap is there are some sections of the trash heap that steaming in the like cold misty rain, but otherwise the fire's been put out. The trash heap is basically abandoned at the moment. There's nobody else out. So you're just by yourself stealing scrap.
I mean, can you rob from a dump?
Well, technically yes, you can, but yeah, this is extraordinarily nostalgic for Callie.
She's just like, would he like this arm? No, that's too tacky. Would he like this arm? No, that one's a little weird. I don't like that arm. Can I do?
Why are there so many right arms? I need a left.
True though. True though.
Just rearrange the thumb and the pinky.
Can I do a perception check to see if I find any cool like left arms? Do I need to do that?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check if you cool, unusual ones. Okay. You find one with an integral.
Oh, okay, you might like that one. I'm gonna get that one.
Yeah. And it is built with a like 3-fingered hand, so they'd be like, you know, your 2 fingers and your like thumb digit, so it can go on either left or right, but it has a like like the hidden blade and the kind of like thing. It's got a wrist mounted like schnick out like 8-inch long blade.
Yeah, I'll take that arm. He might not like.
Yeah,
It's got 3 fingers, but it's got a.
But hey, you know, beggars, choosers, yada yada.
Who throw out a perfectly good arm blade?
Who would throw out a perfectly good
Well,
arm?
Well, it's not perfectly good at this moment. It will need some repair, but yeah.
Some modification to turn it into like a prosthetic.
But yeah, otherwise you do find that and are able to pocket it, no problems.
Alright.
For shits and giggles, it's got a bulk of 1.
Oh, bulk of 1. Well, you're going in the spacious pouch, buddy.
So, we've got the party in 3 different locations. So, since Callie has otherwise grabbed the thing that she wanted to do, Seamus has dropped off the items he wanted to drop off. Everyone else is currently at the inn. Where do you guys want to meet up? Do you want everybody to just come back to the inn before y'all decide on exactly what you're going to do?
I mean, yeah. I think
might be
Callie,
best.
I think Callie's first instinct would go into the inn. She's tired.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go to the inn and relay what I know.
Okay. So then,
wait, is the sarcophagus with Callie's brother there in it as well?
yeah, it is at the end with Mr. Servo's like squatting on top of it, like a mother hen with a Gatling gun.
I would imagine he's doing that because Callie told him to protect it at all costs.
Yeah, he is keeping an eye on. Okay, so for those of you who are not in the inn, as you make your way to the Dockmasters, the streets are, which were already getting like sparsely populated as it was starting to get like dark and late, anyways, are getting even sparser. Like it is becoming, this place is rapidly turning into a good. But the party comes back together over here at Dockmasters. So let me just move everyone's tokens back over here.
Yeah, we can just remove our tokens since we're all back together, I guess.
Yeah, we can just take these off because you guys are. No, come on. God, fucking. For some reason, Jim just keeps wanting to overlap with the main party spot. Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So with the party back together here at Dockmasters, you get back. Everybody gets back together. It is easy enough for Seamus to communicate what the fuck he ran into. So yeah, as you guys are getting back, there are several asking the inn master if he's okay with them just like spending the night inside, as opposed to like leaving and to walk back to their like actual houses or whatnot. And he is magnanimously just letting everybody stay. So yeah, everyone is currently all holed up in there. There's already been like dinner provided and all that sort of stuff. So otherwise, unless you guys want to run out into the rain, into the like abandoned streets of Runoff, you're otherwise in a place where you can rest. So
Yeah.
that's the question: is do you rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then, the party rests. However, though, I would say that it's very arguable that, given the circumstances, watches are set, just to like be aware of anything. Okay. So, as far as hit point recovery, you get back your level times whatever your con bonus is.
Since we're level 5? That means...
Yep, so right now it's your con bonus times 5.
Yeah, I can maybe survive like one more hit.
Still not quite.
So that's what you get.
But...
That's what you get normally. Laria and Callie can both provide medicine checks to heal back more hit points. So if Laria, if you want to roll a
Like
medicine
con
check and
again?
tell me what is your con?
Yeah, con.
It should be on the first tab of your character sheet.
It's going to be
Look
the
for
circle.
Constitution over there on the left hand side.
Yeah, the circle on the left.
All right.
Yeah, the circle on the left. That number times 5 because you're currently level 5.
All right.
If you have spell slots, you regain all of your spell slots. If you have any other abilities or respawn on the next day after a rest, then that also happens. But if we're going to do any additional hit point return, I'm going to need Callie and Laria to make medicine checks and tell me who you're aiming.
Who am I? What?
You can aim it at yourself.
I am aiming that at myself.
And
All
I'm
right.
gonna aim it at her because
Yeah, and
I'm
the DC...
maxed out on full health. So
okay, well the DC is that's a crit from Callie, so that means Callie gets back 19 hit points.
Let's go.
that's 28 for me.
All right, so that's another crit check. Who do you want to aim that at?
Callie.
Callie, after natural healing and 19.
Well, what about Seamus? How is Seamus doing?
I'm perfectly fine.
Other than
Yeah,
Callie.
Seamus is fit.
Wasn't Tim kind of beat up?
I'm fit AF.
So both.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's going
Alright.
towards Callie.
Okay. Funnily enough, that with both crits, that puts me just at exactly maximum HP. I think.
wow, that is some shit.
Oh damn! Never mind.
So okay, so you get 19. So you get 19 from yourself.
19.
Laria adds on another 11, which puts you straight at 30, and then whatever your hit points that you would normally heal back. So 30 plus whatever your normal healing.
Yeah. All right.
So what does that put you at?
Okay, hold on. 19 plus 11, right? Or
Yep. 19 plus 11 plus your con times 5.
55.
Hey.
All right. 55 of how much?
63.
Okay, so that's not terrible. That's less than 10.
Mm-hmm.
Torque is otherwise healed through her just regular rest, so don't need to worry about that. What is June at hit point?
I'm at 60 out of 63, so I'm pretty good.
Okay, so you're pretty good. Let me check the other two jokers. So let's look at Jamal here.
I'm pretty sure Tim was the worst of us. Damage or HP wise.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Jamal is actually at full hit points again after a night's rest. So he is up and running. So I'll make note of that on his sheet. And then let's bring up Tim. Yeah, Tim was pretty bad off. Also, if you had condition.
If I did. What? Oh.
If you, doomed is over with, wounded is over with.
Okay.
If you got either of those. Okay, let's see here. So, yeah, Tim is at 15 of 58 hit points. he is going into sniper mode. Yeah, he is going into sniper mode. He's now back row only. He ain't Vanguard. Okay, so throughout the night, there are more noises. So even as the party does get their rest and gets their daily preparations on the next day and everything, when you get up, it is unusual in the fact it's still exactly as dark as it was when you went to sleep. It's not raining. It's not foggy, and the stars are out. But according to clocks and all that sort of stuff, it's like 8 in the morning.
I don't like this.
That's not right at all.
No, that's very not right. And the regular Azarketi folk who are here are really feeling terrified. Most of them, after they've had a night's rest, they do in groups work up the guts to like make a run for it through the alleyways to get to where they need to get to wherever they need to go. Till eventually, it's just the party and the who are still here at Dockmasters. So now that the party has rest and otherwise has, prepped up, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna go see if the scythe and the other weapon that Kelly wanted me to do is done.
Okay. Are you going by yourself?
Probably not a good idea to go by yourself.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
Did you relay the message to everyone?
Yeah, I said once I get back, I was gonna relay the message to everybody.
Do you think maybe we should get the fuck out of here? That's always on the table.
I need to. I mean, I want my sword back.
Well, obviously after we get the sword back, but I mean,
Yeah. Could all like
I
get our stuff
mean,
and leave.
All right.
do want to get out of here.
Get your shit and get
I wanna-
gone. That is a perfect fucking thing to do. All right. So,
Hopefully, when we get back to camp, we can work on the whole waking my brother up
Yeah.
thing.
Something we gotta
Okay.
figure out as well. But yeah, get our shit and
All right.
leave is the objective.
So, the party makes their way across town. It is dark. It is quiet. It is basically like it is. The town is like, but you do pass by several, filthy windows where you can see Azarketi buildings are all, they've lit lamps or fireplaces for those that have them, and they are sheltering in place. But otherwise, the vibes they are so off. You don't have to be a Conrasu to feel this. You guys get over to the blacksmith. The blacksmith is a similar to everyone else, but he is very glad to just go ahead and hand over the adjusted scythe and the now ruined up longsword, which he passes back to you guys. Thanks you for your patronage, and then immediately closes the doors, putting the party on the streets by themselves. And I am now going to move us to a new map.
oh boy.
What? Oh shit! I went to go pee for a bit, and now we're getting attacked. Oh, that's some bullshit.
Well, it's a good thing you already got all the piss out.
Oh.
Alrighty. So here we are in the streets of Runoff. Ignore the various T's on the buildings and whatnot. I stole this from a module.
Understandable.
Yeah, so ignore those. But yeah, this is just the choked streets of the choked streets of the town.
Wait, what initiated this whole thing?
We got
after collecting all of your stuff, you are otherwise equipped up. So if anybody is taking that now magical longsword, you need to figure out who's got it. But otherwise, after picking all that stuff up, everyone can just feel the vibe that something's wrong, something's coming.
This shit ain't passing the vibe check.
It is not. It is not passing the vibe check.
Hey, didn't you say that you saw that weird floating thing that around here? Specifically, the weird floaty guy is. You see where it says north entrance up here?
Mm-hmm.
He was down this alleyway. So the actual blacksmith is this smaller, like squared building here. That's the actual blacksmith. So if you'll just drop your tokens down over yonder, I'll make sure that there is a torque there.
Yeah, so we're all just like right here in...
Yeah, so you guys are all just sort of like outside of the blacksmith.
That's a huge Dr. Trimmers.
Dr. Trimmers. Massive. Make sure there's a Laria on there too. Okay, so there's a Laria. All right, so everybody is over by the blacksmith, place where you saw the guy, Seamus, when you were over here last time, is down this alleyway, about 30 feet or so down the alleyway. So like all the way down here in this like other part where it starts to get broader up, that's where you saw the guy the first time.
But yeah, June tells Seamus like, hey, you saw that weird guy right around here, right?
Yeah. Like straight up just right down this corner right here.
And we just walked right back to where you saw him. Just like kind of like the...
I mean, how
like,
else was I supposed to get my scythe and the sword stuff?
Yeah, just like just thinking like, maybe this wasn't the best idea, but just let's just keep on guard in case we see any floating weirdos again.
I resent that.
Speaking of floating weirdos, what is this
Speaking of floating weirdos,
thing on my screen? I don't know what it is.
a floating weirdo.
It might be a floating weirdo. Okay, but speaking of floating weirdos, so at the moment, let's see here. I want Seamus to give me a perception check. Okay, good. This thing's
Good for you or good for us?
well, hold on. I'm checking this thing's stealth DC. Okay. All right. So, Seamus,
Yes.
it's good for you because you just barely beat its stealth DC. But down this very narrow alleyway, right here across from the blacksmith, you see a figure floating in the air who crosses down here in this like alleyway, and then he's like immediately gone again. But you get that whole like local entropy is suddenly going wacky and ratcheting up.
It's like straight up.
Yeah, it is. That's happening.
So
Local
like,
entropy is not currently vibing.
it's like they're like straight down that alley right there.
Yeah, like straight like so that very narrow like window is where you see something pass. It was moving. And let me switch to. It was moving in this direction.
So it went down this alleyway and it is going towards the north entrance, like the bottom of the north entrance.
Yeah, like it would be like coming around the corner and then come up the north entrance. When you saw it, it looked like it was floating like maybe 2 to 3
feet off the air.
Yeah, 2 to 3 feet off of the ground.
I think we're about to see an old friend again. I say, tightly gripping my scythe.
Oh, one other thing that I need to point out with the hatch marks, the little dotted lines, those indicate awnings.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
those indicate awnings. So those are not hard roof surfaces, but they would block sight if you're like under one. So
Gotcha.
just an FYI. But they are, yeah, they're mostly just made out of. They're not by any means a hard surface. Okay, so anyways, now that has been stated, Swag has noticed a thing in the area. I am going to ask everybody to click on their tokens. Give me a minute to pull
Damn
up.
it.
Give me a minute to pull up the turn order, and
You already know what it is.
I do know
Roll
what it is.
D20. Beat an 11. I beat an 11.
Hold on. Okay, so swag. I'm gonna need you to click on your character anyways, and hit the end button.
Regardless?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'll reset it to. Oh.
Okay.
Oh damn. Okay. Anyway.
All right. So, see, here's the thing though: is you're like, I'm gonna do my thing. When you do your thing, the universe says no, and you just get regular initiative.
Oh, it's still pretty high initiative.
It is. It is a very high initiative.
You know what's funny is that even if I that would actually still be my regular ass initiative too if I did beat the 11. So it still works out.
Yeah, I mean it still works out, but yeah,
I do got a question.
you definitely feel your Chrono Skimmer dedication fails.
I got a question.
Like you get
So
back
you
an
still
error message.
reacted.
What's the longsword made out of?
It's otherwise made out of regular steel.
Okay.
Okay, so let me get down the for this guy. Okay, your initiative bonus.
I guess I would also I'd be like I look back at the party like my time shenanigans aren't working right now. I don't know what's going on.
My chicanery just shut off.
That's
Where did I
concerning.
put my fucking dice?
It is a bit concerning, yeah.
Is what turned off?
The ability to just skip to the front of the initiative.
The blades are heavy and they're between 3 and 4 feet length. You're telling me this fucking sword is almost as tall as Callie is?
Yes, that
Cal-
sword is that sword looks like a great sword in Cali.
Callie's going full on
She's
berserker.
she's a Final Fantasy character.
That's funny. I like that.
All right, so I had to reach for my dice because I had to because of the surgery I did on my computer. I had to move. Where the fuck did I put my dice? Okay, well this is disturbing. Okay, so this guy. Okay, that is so good. That is so good. Okay, and then this thing, what is its? Oh shit.
I don't like that. Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't like that. Oh shit. Hold on. I gotta math here for a second. Oh, all right. Okay. Okie dokie. Alrighty then. Cool. Okay, so let me redo the initiative order. There we go. Oh, wait. Don't wanna fucking forget. Torque. There we go.
How the fuck do
All
I
right.
I'm
Okay,
trying
so
to add
there's-
+1 to my sword.
There's
I forgot how to add the +1 to my sword.
Just go to the item and just change it from a 1 to a 2 or whatever.
Or what is it? What
there is a thing like when you've got the weapon attack on your sheet, you can hit the cog to open it up, and you should see a thing where it's got like a magical adjustment kind of like thing, and you just put a +1 for the attack.
magical.
It does not affect the damage; it just affects the attack.
Is it item or is it effects?
Hold on. Let me open up Tim's sheet so I can look at an example. Okay, so Tim's revolver, it should go under item. So you would have like your dex, your proficiency rank, or your strength. Strength, proficiency rank, and then item is where the +1 goes.
Okay.
Okie dokie. And we will save Tim's life by just simply this combat. Okay. We'll just say that he's providing from distance. Okay, so
Tim sitting on a roof with a sniper rifle.
yeah. So either way, here, let me check something before we actually get started here. Okie dokie. And what is the range on this? Awesome. Okay. Okay, so let me make sure I'm on the GM layer. And then let me check the distance real quick. Okay, so it can be... Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So, I know where this thing is at on the map specifically. All right, so, Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Something's a-coming.
Something's coming. All right.
Something's coming.
You know what? I'm gonna do detect magic.
Okay. Hit me that detect magic. Bam. 30 feet. Okay, well, you get all of the regular stuff from the party, so you are able to... 30 feet from you. Let's see here. Starting with Shadow Wizard Money Gang. So we've got, like... Okay, so within your 30-foot radius, nothing.
Uh-oh.
Nothing within 30 feet.
And that takes up 2 actions.
That is correct.
I'm gonna stand on guard, and I'm gonna have a magic missile on standby.
Okay. All right, then. Let's see here. Okay, so this thing... Okay, so, you do see, or something does come into the range of detect magic. Let me ping the map here where you getting the tingles. Actually, as a matter of fact, 2 things come into your range. But let's see here. You get a tingle. Let's make sure I'm on the right layer here. Okay, you get a tingle above the roof of this building. Up here.
Like it's on the roof?
Yeah, like it's on the roof. Like it's, you know, like angled, you can't see it, but it's just on the very edge of your, you know, sphere of detection. It has just entered into your sphere of detection up here. The other tingle of magic that you are getting is located here.
Huh?
Right next to Callie.
What?
There's a tingle of magic, but you don't see anything there.
Nothing personnel, kid.
So, June, what are you doing? You have none of
June,
this.
Yeah, say June does not know any of this. I don't think it'd take a second for Seamus to actually convey the information. So she's just going to pull out her silver rapier and like quip that, and she is going to move over to here, like to kind of like basically peek around the corner, and she's gonna like hold an action like to attack anything that would come down this alleyway.
Okay. Peeking around the corner, the alleyway is empty.
All right, no floating little weirdos. All right.
Nope. No floating little weirdos. Or anything else. No Azarketti, no stray animals, nothing.
Yeah, because she can't see shit.
Yep.
Invisible shit.
June's regular human vision, which is doing okay. The ambient light provided by the stars and light from the various windows and all that sort of stuff is giving June okay vision.
Yeah, because don't forget that we're under nighttime, technically, quote unquote.
It's like nighttime conditions.
Dang.
So, Callie, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I mean, did he tell me that there was a weird? Did he tell me there was a thing next to me?
I would say the moment June runs past me, I'd be like, "Hey, roof."
Okay. All right. Seamus points out something. Roof.
Well, I got no Mr. Servo. He's back at the fucking thing protecting the sarcophagus.
Yeah, Mr. Servos, I'm going to say is summoning range. If you wanted to call him, he's just idling somebody somewhere nearby with the sarcophagus.
Yeah, I know. I'll keep him on the sarcophagus though, because I don't want anything to happen to that sarcophagus.
Okay.
However, though, I'm gonna down my Skeptic's elixir, the one I just made.
Okay.
And that should, if I remember correctly, allow me to see invisible creatures or whatever.
Okay.
+2 and the duration. Yeah. So this elixir sharpens your mind and allows you to see through lies, falsehoods, and magical trickery. You gain an item bonus to perception checks and perception DCs to notice falsehoods. Whether they're spoken lies or written deceit, you gain the same item bonus to will saves. And it's a modern one, so I get a +2, and the duration is 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. So you activate that bonus.
And then I'm gonna do a perception check immediately.
Okay. Perform an active check. So action to drink, action to check. All right. And you said it gives you a +2?
Yeah, because it's a modern one, so +2 to perception checks.
Okay. Simply because there's just physical barriers in the way of the roof. However, in this square specifically, or let me make sure I'm on the right barrier. This square specifically, you can see that there is something there. The actual details of it are way too fuzzy for you to figure that out, but it is roughly man-sized. It does seem to be sitting kind of low, like maybe it's a quadruped of some sort. But it is man-sized, and it is otherwise mostly motionless. But with the mist and everything else, there's something physically standing in that space.
So I have taken 2 actions, right? One to take the elixir and one to take an active perception check, right?
Yes. One, yeah, that says 2 of your 3 actions. Pull out greatsword? Or scimitar or gun?
I'm gonna pull out the greatsword.
Okay. You pull out the Azurketi long. Okay. Laria, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast Read the Air psychically.
Okay.
And
okay, so okay, so you cast Read the Air, and so that's 2 actions. What do you want your 3rd action to be?
I'm gonna just take out my sling.
Okay, so you get out weapon. You cast Read the Air. Read the Air, specifically, Jade. The way that Read the Air works is more of a social interaction spell.
Okay.
But I'll go ahead and say that in this particular, as you are casting it to just sort of like up your awareness and kind of thing. You are you're catching on to some of the vibes going on, that something is not right, that something is just straight up incorrect about local reality. So something that does not normally exist in the universe is right around the fucking corner. So you are aware of these things. So you do a spell, you take out your weapon. Turk is going to do the bard thing, and she is going to do her quick slap action where she's just like bam and gives everybody, if you're within 60 feet of her, a +1 bonus on your attack rolls, damage rolls, and any saves that you make.
Nice.
So she throws down that. See her like stomps in with like 1 foot, and there is a jolt of occult energy that ripples through the cobblestones and everything out from around her, and you feel the boost take hold. She also quickly like pulls out her gun and then like checks the checks to make sure it's loaded, and then like she just whispers to the part around her, I've only got 4 bullets left.
Can I hand her like 5 of my elemental bullets?
Yeah, sure you can.
Actually, I'll hand her like 4, because I only have 10 myself. I only made 1 pack.
Okay. Then she takes 4 of those elemental bullets and adds it to her. Okay. So there's Laria, there's Torque. Now comes the Thing Invisible. Okay, so Callie, I believe you're the only one who is of the thing. So Callie, you notice that it moves. So let me switch over here.
Damn.
And I am going to need everybody though to make perception checks.
Okay.
I'm done with this fucking invisible magic bullshit.
All right. So this it is attempting to be stealthy. So it's
Do I need
stealth. It's stealth. You don't have to because you're already aware of it.
Laria.
Larry is aware of it. Larry is aware of it. June is not. Let's see here. Torque is not. What about Shamus?
I thought I was already aware of it, but yeah, I'll do it again.
Well, you're aware of the you got the hint of the magic. You don't know.
I see.
You don't know what the magic is.
Damn.
Yeah, you're like trying to pinpoint.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use 0 point for that.
Okay. Go for it.
Son of a bitch.
Still unaware. Okay, but it moves. So let's see here. 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, it moves to there, and then it becomes visible to everyone. And I would like you guys to say hello to the highest level thing that has walked onto the map yet, discounting Umber and the fucking dragon.
And fucking McLeach?
No, higher level than McLeach.
Holy shit, wasn't McLeach like level 7 or something?
What the fuck is that?
Hello. Howdy doody. Well,
what's the dog doing?
It looks like a bastard child of a Great Dane and an insect, and in between the various chitinous plates that are covering the thing, there are clock gears on the inside of it that are swirling around and going tick 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 and all of that sort of stuff, mixed in with organic material. But it just materializes right there, and it then speaks. besides Callie, does anybody understand?
Understand what?
Understand what?
Aklo.
Nope.
Mm.
Okay, so just Callie?
Just. Oh yeah.
I know Aquian,
Uh-huh.
Common, Rosso, and Sylvian, but that's about it. But no, not Aclean.
Okay, so
Well,
yeah,
shit.
it speaks in Aklo, and it
What?
doesn't. It speaks in Aklo. It doesn't say much. Your time has come, and then everyone can hear it say Seamus's entire full name.
Huh?
Camisel, Welkin, Magnus, Graves.
Yeah, and then it says something else in Aklo, which Callie can hear. Your time has come, and then it does its bullshit. So, Seamus, since you failed to notice it, you are off guard versus its attack.
Oh shit.
So, let's see here. Okay, so what it does is it appears, says what its eyes glow, and I need, let's see here. I need Seamus to make a fortitude save.
Oh shit.
Fuck
Oh.
you.
Hell yeah. So yeah, Seamus, you make a basic fortitude save, which cuts the damage in half. But what you feel is your personal timeline being unzipped and then rezipped back together. So it does its thingamajig.
I don't like that feeling.
Yeah, what it does causes wounds that you have taken in the past to reopen on your body,
What the fuck?
and causes damage to you. I'm gonna roll this. I'm gonna roll this in game here. So let me pull up the dice roller.
And he takes half of that?
Okay, yeah, you take so this is the whole damage, but you take half. Okay, so we cut this in half.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Right,
six.
so you only take 6 damage. But it does that,
God.
and
Shit, dude! I just opened the sour skills and that fucking sour shit spilled all over my fucking open wound of my thumb.
Oh
Owie.
no! Go wash that out. Go wash that out.
ouch.
Yeah, go wash your hands.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it does that, which is an action. It moved, which is an action.
And it attacked.
Well, that was its attack. So it did that action. For its third action, it's going to move again. So it springs away from you. Like fucking Jamal is a bouncy dog man. This bouncy dog-like creature, in a single leap, goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet away to land over there. Seamus, what are you doing?
I'm mad.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Trigger. Someone within 30 feet casts a spell.
Oh
Yes.
no.
God damn it!
Okay. It has to make a check to do this. Okay, so let's see here. The DC is your what is your spell DC?
My spell DC is a 20.
Okay, your spell DC is a 20. Okay, so it has to pass a 20 in order to do this. So, and this is where it gets wild. Guess what skill it uses to do this?
What?
Thievery.
Oh my
It
God.
steals my spell?
Okay, yeah. So you know that scene at the beginning of I forget which one of the Star Wars movies it is, but that one where Kylo Ren just freezes the blaster from the ship gun like in midair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that. Your fireball streaks forward and then just stops in midair. And then it redirects itself up and then curves around in ways that fireballs do not do. Fireballs do not curve. But it curves around and it goes down out of your sight above the roof of that building towards the magical source that you detected.
Up here?
Yep. And then everyone hears loud giggling.
Giggling? Oh god, no.
Yeah, a loud, almost childish giggling. That's 2 actions. Seamus, what's your third?
Childish giggling down.
God, it's really annoying how none of the GIFs on Discord actually show the shot.
It's oh fuck! I don't. He's 30 feet away, correct?
Yeah, the doggo is 30 feet away.
35. He's 35 feet away from me.
I'm sorry. He should be one closer. There we go. 30 feet.
All right. There we go. Fuck. I will have backup color spray as a reaction.
Okay. All right. So you set action. Okay. So then that means to the token layer where you can see him as he now into view from everybody with Seamus's fireball like vibrating violently in the palm of one of its raised hands. Just floats out into view of everybody. This fucking Orko-looking motherfucker
No fucking way.
just cruises out above you guys. It is still at roof, so it is about 25 feet in the air. But it just cruises out with the fireball in its hands, giggling, and it looks down at Seamus, and it says in common, so everyone can understand, but it says, "Hey, I think you dropped something, shit ass," and then it throws the fireball right back at you.
Oh no.
So I'm going to need everybody who is within 20-foot range of Seamus to roll reflex save DC 20.
Fuck!
Well,
Shit.
No, Dr. Tremors is not counted in that.
Okay, well, I'm still fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's about as much as I thought it would go.
Okay. So, if you made a 20 or higher, then you take 11 points of fire damage.
Oh
if you didn't pass that, then you take 22 points of fire damage.
Man, I'm dead.
Damn,
Killed by his own spell.
I was. Yeah, I only
Wow,
get a plus 2 circumstance.
Do you have less than 22?
He only has
have
like,
less than
20
hit points?
HP.
I have 23 hit points.
I think he's got the lowest hit points out of everybody.
Okay, well then yeah. Counting the damage that the dog did, yeah, he down.
Oh shit.
So Seamus, as is normally the case, kind of goes down. I'm gonna put the little skull in crossbows. Okay, so yeah, it moves. So it the spell triggered its reaction. It then, as its actual action on its turn, made a move and then dropped the spell back down on you guys. So that's 2 actions. Its third action will be an additional move where, in just like a absolute a giggling fit, it lowers itself down to about 3 or so feet off of the ground. So yeah, it lowers down to where it's on ground level, and it points at Seamus's on fire body, and is just laughing its ass off that Seamus just died to his own fire.
I mean, it is kind of funny.
June, I mean, it is kind of funny, but June, it's right there.
Just quick question: how much was the damage from the fireball again that we all took?
11. 11 if you pass the 20 save.
Which I did not. I was looking for my
Oh.
circumstance bonus, so
22 damage.
so 22 damage. Goddamn.
22.
So yeah, I'm at.
Do you have the rogue thing? You just automatically take half damage from that yet?
That's what I was looking at. It's like I have nimble dodge, which I get +2 to triggering AC against triggering attacks. Deny advantage. No, yeah, I don't think I have that. I mean,
okay, because I know that you do get that at some point.
Yeah, it might be like a level or 2 up, but yeah. So, 22 damage. Okay. Yeah, I take or I'm at 38 HP right now.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not doing too
good. I have also noted down Torque's damage there. Okay. Thankfully, she passed the save. So. All right. Well, either way, it's your turn.
Yeah. June is just like breathe, taking like a sharp inhale through her teeth, like from the fire, and like tries to pat it off of her. Looks up to see the Orko over there. Decides to pull out the dark steel dagger, and decides, since they're like right next to them, to just go 1-2 combo with the let's see, what would I want to do first? I guess I'll do the silver rapier first against Orko. Okay. It's a 23.
That is going to hit Orko.
All right. So that's 7 damage, and Dark Steel Dagger, number 2, second attack. No, I don't know if that hits or not.
A 16 is not going to hit him now.
Damn.
Okay. So
probably still flinching from the pain.
7 damage from the silver rapier.
And June's just gonna yell like, "What the fuck do you want?"
Well, other than a good laugh, which I just got. Usual. Seeing the world burn, my enemies driven. That kind of thing. Hey, but, since he's fucking dying, how strong is your bonds of friendship? I guess that's an important question to ask.
Really stretching it with friendship.
Friends asterisk.
Well, then you might not want to stick around. So, June, that's your turn. Mm-hmm. So, Callie.
What an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a knowledge check? Can I see if there's any potential weaknesses this thing might fucking have, if there are even that?
Yes, you can. You would need to do a.
For what?
If you want to know if this thing's got any potential weak, you need a check.
Recall knowledge?
Yes, recall knowledge using religion.
Religion? Okay. Don't fail me now.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It does not fail you. Okay. So, Callie, you have never seen one of these things in, in the flesh before. But you know, because you have spent a decade of your life.
You've been reading a lot of books, that's why.
Yeah, you have been reading a lot of books, but also just simply because you have spent a entire decade of your life with a Konrasu, who is a member of the Aeon, who is a type of, post-mortal life form, that exists outside of the universe. This thing, same deal as like the Konrasu, except it's the opposite end of the spectrum. This thing is an aspect of pure chaos and entropy, and it is called an Azaratzi, is what it is called. And it has the ability, as you saw it do, to take magic from any like spell casting or stuff like that. It can just try to steal those things and then use them against their owners, which it finds incredible humor in doing. Otherwise, this thing is just a chaos demon, essentially. And you know that it is weak against lawful things. So anything that does lawful damage or counts as lawful, it takes extra damage against.
Well, shit. You asked me to be lawful? That's
This fucking guy.
This fucking guy. But yeah, that's what this thing is. It is an Azaretzi.
Azaretzi, does lawful damage? Hold on. I don't think I have anything that would do lawful damage. Literally everything.
Technically, no, but if you picked up your dad's corpse and started swinging it like a mallet, that counts.
I pick up my dad's corpse and swing him as a mallet. That counts as lawful damage.
Yeah, that is lawful. Because he is
I could have just suplexed him.
He is literally a creature of law.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing now, I guess.
All right,
well,
then.
actually, hold on. I want to plan this out first before I just do something as stupid as using my dad as a melee weapon.
My voice is heard from the grave. Callie, you have your full permission to use me as a flaming hammer. Beat this motherfucker.
Yeah,
so Callie steps up, grabs Seamus by the ankles, and then just swings him.
First move, I'm gonna make the executive decision of putting a elixir of life into my fucking living leaf weave armor.
Okay.
So I get bonuses to the what is it, athletics, right? I get bonuses to athletics checks.
That is correct. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna pick up my dad and beat the shit out of that guy with it.
Callie is literally mad enough to
beat a
swing
motherfucker with another motherfucker.
All right, Callie, you grab Seamus. So like you step over, you grab Seamus. I'm going to say this is all just done in. So I'm going to give you a to go ahead and make versus this guy.
Unarmed fist.
Yeah, just use your unarmed.
How do we roll that?
Can use a hero point.
I mean, yeah, you can use a hero point.
Oh fucking god.
Don't bother using. We'll just give that to you. All right, so yeah, you take a wild swing at him. He ducks down. Like actually touches the ground, and you hear a light sizzling noise in the brief moment when he touches the ground, coming from him.
Damn. Guys.
But yeah, he dodges. Laria, what are you doing in this sudden crazy chaos?
Yeah.
I probably say I'd scream at Larry.
Oh wait, that was a. Oh no, it hasn't been a turn yet, so I'm still in dying 1. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep,
I'd
you are still currently in dying 1.
I'd scream at Larry. He's weak to lawful damage.
I got nothing lawful.
There's nothing lawful
And
about us.
one of my spells is chaos. I won't do anything to it.
Well, actually, it'll heal it.
Yeah, it'll heal it.
Yeah, if you use that spell against that thing, it will heal it. But other than that, though, lawful just hurts it extra. It's still a physical creature here standing in front of you, so normally the things that hurt physical creatures also hurt it.
Alright, then I guess sling.
Yeah.
Since I got it out.
You got the sling in hand. So, sling that motherfucker.
God damn it.
Alright, even with the +1 that Torque is... The AC that
low
we are aiming
rolls
for...
today.
Yeah, just so that we're all aware, the AC that we are aiming is an AC of 22 with Orko. Okay, so that's action. Sling. What is your next action? Sling again?
Yeah, sling again.
Hey.
Alright, now that hits.
You better just fucking do damage.
Just 2, yeah.
Hey, it's still 2 more damage than we had before.
Yeah, that clocks him right where his face ought to be. And he just sort of like you knock him so he's like spinning backwards, like in 0G, like
He's like, what the heck?
Yeah, he's like so yeah, you do successfully beat him. He is very much susceptible to regular.
Yeah, we could physically hit him at least. I know that's 2 actions.
That's 2 actions. Sling him for a 3rd time, which remember to hit.
That doesn't hit this time.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for me.
Yeah, so schlang. Okay, so Larry is just rocketing off stuff. Torque will continue to provide the bonus. So for her 1 action, there is the bonus that she does. She's already got her gun out, but she also has like Callie, who's flailing around with Seamus's body between her and it. So let's see here. Torque, do you have any spells that do lawful damage? I mean, I'm going to say probably fucking no. No, but oh, wait a minute. It doesn't do lawful damage, but you could do this. Okay, so for her 1 action, she does the bard thing, and then when the flash of occult energy like radiates, between all of the cobblestones and everything, but she's like stomps her foot. She stomps her foot extra hard a 2nd time, and the cobblestones in the road behind Orko all jump up and then curl backwards and in to like pelt the guy. So she just animates
from behind. He doesn't notice it, right? Like he doesn't notice it.
Well, it still gets to make like a saving throw, but she doesn't catch everybody else in the party. As she animates the entire fucking road to come alive and beat this man.
Oh.
All right, so it gets to make a saving. Okay. And it does not have the opportunity to use it. It can't use its spell steal thing again, because it's just used it to steal the fireball. So it does its thing, and it fucking fails that save. All right. So it takes 13 bludgeoning damage. Okay, good going, Torque. Torque is then going to physically back away 10 feet. Okay.
I ain't fucking with that shit.
Yeah, she's like, "Nah." So yeah, it does the kaboom. So let me note that it takes damage. All right. Okay. So then, now we come to the doggo. The Clocko doggo says in Aklo,
This Callie's the only one that understands it.
so Callie's the only one who understands this, but it says in Aklo that Seamus has been dealt with. Our contract has been completed. And then it proceeds to fuck off.
My job is done.
My job is done. My job is done.
Oh, it's just literally gone. It's gone now.
Oh yeah, like it's straight up dimension doors.
Damn.
Yeah, just boop, gone. No longer exists in this level of reality. All right, shamey whammy. You're currently on fire and dead.
And being like swung by Callie.
Your body is being swung in a rage.
Oh god.
What do I have to roll?
Okay,
What the hell is Opie fucking messaging me about now?
Dating
Opie's
device.
messaging you?
Dating device. Watch it be dating device.
Please don't be dating advice. Anything but dating advice.
Because that's what he messaged me. So, anyways, let's see here. Death. Okay. All right. So, death. All right. So, let's see here. You actions can't be creatures unless they specifically target dead creatures. And for all other purposes, you now are considered. You can't be affected by spells that are objects, like Shatter. You're reduced to 0 hit points. Let's see here, and you cannot be brought above 0 hit points. Dead. You are currently in the dying condition, though, so there's the dying part of this. Okay, as a player character, the following happens. Okay, so you move your initiative position to directly before the turn in which you were reduced to 0 hit points. That does absolutely nothing to our initiative order, so that doesn't mean anything. You gain the Dying 1 condition. If the effect that knocked you out was a critical success from an attacker, which it wasn't, or the result of a critical failure, you gain Dying 2 instead. If you have the Wounded, you increase your Dying by an amount equal to the wounded value. You didn't have wounded, so we don't need to worry about that.
It says I have to do a recovery, a roll?
You do need to do a recovery. Now, you can do a heroic recovery. Spend all of your remaining hits to start your turn, where you stabilize, you lose the dying, so that you're not, like, in peril of like dying, because otherwise your dying condition.
I was gonna stabilize him, but like Callie was
so here's the thing: you could spend all your hero points to just automatically do it, or you can do a regular recovery check, which is a flat, just D20 roll. The DC is equal to 10 plus whatever dying value is, which makes it an 11. So you'd have to beat an 11 to not die.
All right. Because I really don't want to burn all my hero points, but I also want to recover, so I'm going to flip a coin.
Right.
I have a minor elixir of life.
I also have stabilize.
Yeah.
Spell.
Which you can on your turn.
Yeah, I know.
But right now though it's still Seamus. So Seamus,
all right.
Make a flat D20 roll, please.
All right.
Okay. Okay, on a critical failure, your dying value increases by 2. So you went from a dying. So you just went from dying 1 to dying 3. Kadoki. Alrighty. Well, fuck. Okay. So next up is it. It turns around to look where the doggo was, and it says in common, like, "Hey, get back here, you motherfucker! The rest of them are not dead." And you guys hear a disembodied voice of the dog creature speaking in Aglo, which Callie can understand as like, "I was only here to get him. The rest of them are unimportant." But yeah, he turns around, presents his back to Callie, dog, and proceeds to argue with the dog, which is fading out of this reality.
Give him a good, solid whack of my corpse.
A big, meaty whack, if you will. June.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Well, seeing these turn around, I'm going to try and stab him with the Darksteel dagger again.
Okay.
We're gonna stab him in the back.
Oh,
Go
come
for
the
that
hell
back.
on. I'm gonna hero point that. Now I'm down to 1 hero point. There we go.
Oh,
There we go.
Went from a failure to a success.
I think that's a
critical
crit.
success.
Okay, so it has to. Okay, so first of all, it takes the day. It has to make a save because we're currently under nighttime effect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, its fort save is not really great. Okay. Yeah, it is. It is not really great. Alrighty. Let me check something. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it just failed. Okay, so let's see here. First of all, let me check. Are you immune to poison or any other such hootenanny? Okay, that effect only deals with elemental damage, not poison. It does not say anywhere on here that it is. So okay, so cool. So it fails the poison save, which means that it becomes slowed. It becomes slowed 1, so it loses an action.
Mm-hmm.
And it lets out a burbling sort of screech as June plants the Darksteel dagger firmly into its back.
Yeah.
You can feel, June, that the dagger jerks in your hand like something inside of this thing grabbed onto the blade.
Oh.
Wiggling it around, trying to get it out. But that's a single action that you have done. the one tab. But would you like to do the rest of your action?
That would be to. I'm really trying to think.
I imagine it does like a high pitched scream.
Oh yeah, it is like a high pitched screech as it arches its back and like it's howling at the moon kind of thing as it screeches into the air. But from June's point of view, where her knife is buried in between this thing's shoulder blades, it literally does feel like there's a hand on the blade inside of its body, trying to shove it back out.
All right. Well, I'm going to kind of pivot as I pull the dagger out and try to slash again, or more pierce this thing with my rapier.
Okay.
And there we go.
Bam. That also hits and does maximum damage.
Yeah,
to it.
I try to hit the exact same spot again too, almost in a twirl. Just
Damn.
You know what? Go ahead and roll your sneak attack damage, which is 2d6.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot to do the sneak. Forgot to do that. Yeah, let's. Hey, let's go.
And another 9. Okay. Yeah. June is ripping this thing to shreds right now.
Yeah. I think it's not doing so well.
Yeah, it is not doing so well here. And then
That was with the that was -5. I just wanted to make sure that it was the 2. Yeah. So
yeah. Nope.
Well, why the hell not? Let's go for 3.
Go for a 3 for
3 for 3, baby.
Oh, isn't that the +1 from Torque?
no, because this guy's got a 22.
Oh, you're right. Close, but no cigar.
Yeah, very close. So yeah, stab.
Goes in for a third one and ducks out of the way.
Yeah, he is wildly trying to. Callie.
I'm gonna do it again.
All right.
I'm gonna take my corpse and give him a good old whack.
Oh damn. No.
Yeah. It's gonna be a no.
Okay, I'm gonna have.
Probably because it's moving all over the place.
I'm gonna give my.
Oh yeah, it's not being an easy target.
I'll give one action to Dr. Tremors to hand the one, or we'll just splash it all over his fucking orb.
Okay.
The minor
So like you
elixir of life.
So Callie does like a wide baseball with her dad's body, and then on the back half of that swing, Mr. Trimmers runs down Callie's arm, runs up Seamus's body, and hits him with the elixir of life.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, that gets rid of my dying condition, right?
Yeah.
The elixir of life, so that we're specific here. Let's see here. The elixir of, if I could spell correctly, the elixir of life. Is it the minor or the?
It's the lesser. Wait,
The
actually, no,
l-
it's the lesser.
Okay, the lesser. Okay, so elixir of life accelerates your natural healing and boosts your immune system. You instantly regain a points as well as an item bonus to saving throws against diseases and poisons for 10 minutes. Awesome. And with lesser, you get a considerable chunk of hit points back. So let's roll them hit points. Let's see here. Bring up the dice roller. All right. Seamus, you get back 7 plus 6, so you get back 13 hit points.
And I'm wounded 1, correct?
No, you are now wounded 3.
Fuck.
Yeah, your dying state just converts to wounded.
All right.
So try not to die again.
Yeah.
You try not to. But yeah,
Eyes come back.
yeah, eyes come back. Let me put the dot on there. So that's 2 actions from Callie. That's a swing action for Mr. Trimmers to provide potion. What's Callie's action?
I'm gonna stab him. I'm gonna stab him with the big one sword. Well, it's
All
not
right.
big. It's just big to her because it's fucking tall as she is.
Yeah, so she does wild swing with dad, and then she,
Damn it!
again, wild swing going all over the place. Hilaria, you see that the Konrasu is rebooting actively right now.
So what is he? He's just just waking up, or just?
Yeah. You just see him stabilize because he's rebooting. He's currently you hear Windows
The
coming from
Windows
his orb.
logon noise.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's stabilized, so I don't need to stabilize him, right?
Yeah, you don't have to.
I'm just gonna continue the attack from just attacking him from behind.
All right. Pelt him. I'm gonna say that he is. I'm gonna say now, with all of the damage and everything that's been going on, he is currently off guard. He's paying absolutely no attention to you whatsoever.
Fuck him up.
fuck him up, Mushroom.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
All right. You cast Crashing Wave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You summon a Crashing Wave. Let's see here. Now, this is a 30-foot cone. So let me show you what this is on the map here.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a cone, which has a 45-degree angle to it. So let me snap to.
I was
okay,
gonna move Larry here, but Callie's right there.
A 30-foot cone is all of this. So which way do you want to aim it?
Well, I guess if I'm here,
I mean,
I just aim it literally right behind it.
Yeah, so you could just blast it in this direction, hit these buildings across the street with it and everything. Okay, so you pull all of the ambient moisture that's in the air from all of the rain and everything else that's been going on for the past couple of days, and the fact that you're right next to the ocean. You just pull all of that into one concussive blast and then fucking hose this thing down.
I used hydro pump.
Okay, it does get to make a basic saving throw. What is your DC?
Was spell DC?
Yeah, your spell DC.
Let me see. It is 11.
DC 11. Wow, this guy has fucked every spell that has come, or every saving throw that has come his way. He has fucked it.
Minus the fireball.
Yeah, minus the the fireball. He didn't have to make a save for it. He had to make a thievery check to steal it. Okay, so he just takes 14 damage to the back of the head. Okay.
It's on the low side too. It's on the low side.
Yeah. So yeah, he takes the kabam to the back of the head. So Lariat moved and then cast spell. So that's all of Lariat.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let you know that 4 out of 6 of those dice were nat ones.
Yeah, 4 out of 6 were nat ones.
I did really low on that.
Yeah. It does like you blow the hat off of Orko, and it stops spinning in air, and its head rotates like a fucking owl.
Oh no!
To look back and down at Laria with just pure murder in its eyes. But then we come to Torque. Torque is going to keep doing the bard thing because it is needed in this situation. So she is going to keep doing the kablang. And let's see here. There's still just way too many people at it with her gun or anything. She used an action for the for that.
Man, you know what would really come in
Spell,
handy
so
right
that's
now?
not available.
A gun, or a creature, or like a canine that uses a gun.
Yeah, like a gun dog, a dog gun, or perhaps a gun that shoots a dog, or a gun that thinks it's a. Shout out to the best DLC for the best Fallout game. Okay, so yeah, that would kind of come in handy. Torque will use another action to better reposition herself, so she does have a clean line of fire. All right, so yeah, so she moves over, and then she just shoots gun. She casts the strongest spell. Are you prepared to meet God?
Gun.
I cast gun. And that's not going to do shit. Okay.
Damn.
She did not use any of the rounds for that. That was just a regular round. Okay, but that's all of her actions. Okay. So, we come back to the top of the round, Seamus, you are no longer dead and dying, but you are prone on the ground behind Laria and
Here are the
Callie.
3 things that I'm gonna do. Get up,
Okay.
get close to this dickhead, and I'm going to suplex him.
Okay. All right then.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, God.
Let me get all of these other fucking things off of you so I can spell crossbones. All right. You are there. It is there. Proceed to give it the biz. All right, that 28, that hits. Okay. So you just clock this mother, like, right in the fucking chin. And it is not happy about it. All right.
I did say I was gonna suplex him.
Yep. So I'm going to need you to make the athletics check to do the grab. This is affected by your multi-attack penalty.
All right.
That is not going to be enough.
Can I use a hero point?
I mean, yeah, you can if you want to.
All right, sweet. Let's try this again. Is that enough?
Maybe. Let me check its athletics DC. Its athletics DC is a 19.
Fuck me.
Is that just a flat? No, it's a +3. Oh.
Plus it's lower because it
Is what?
his check is lower because it's affected by the attack penalty.
Mm-hmm.
To his athletics to try to grab it.
No problem.
So you punch it, you try to grab it, fail, single. What's your last action? Punch it again?
You know what? Yeah, I'll give him another good, clean, cold cock.
Okay. Give me unarmed strike number 3. Or hit the number 3 on your sheet.
Yeah, that whiffs.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you do get one good solid hit in there, and you hear it realign its jaw that you just knocked askew as it it pops it back into position.
Come on, chuckle fuck, let's dance.
We will, but first, and then it just continues to rotate its head as if there are no bones or anything actually really prevented. So rotates its head and looks at Laria, and it tells Laria, let's see here, the thing that it does. It says, "Hey Laria, make a will save."
Make a will save?
Make a will save. As it proceeds to get in between you and God, or it tries to anyways. Okay, so you have successfully saved versus the effect. All right, so this thing. Okay, so when you succeed, you are not stupefied. So the stupefied effect does not happen, and you only take half damage. Okay? All right, so it hits you with a thing. This is not going to be painful. Oh, this is going to be.
It's gonna hurt. I know that much.
So, yeah, so here's the full damage. You take half of this, okay? All right, so let me make sure I've got the right number of fucking dice. Okay, all right. So, you take half of that.
Oh my god.
Round it up or round it down?
Round down, please.
That would be 12.
13.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Well, yeah, 13. You
Oh,
take 13
13
damage.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it is specific. It is specifically mental damage, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mental damage. So yeah, it hits you with mental damage as it literally to disrupt the connection between you and your faith and the like cosmos and all the sort of stuff that gives you fucking divine powers and everything, it's trying to mess with the wiring. So yeah, it does that.
I was gonna say Laria doesn't have a faith, but I mean, yeah, Cosmos is probably part of it.
Well, yeah, the cosmos provides you divine power, and it is messing with that conduit, is what it is literally doing. So, being that as it is, it does that, and then it is going to out from under its skirt comes a tentacle. Yeah, out from under its skirt comes a tentacle, and it is going to try to grab Seamus. So, Seamus, it makes a swing at you. What is your athletics DC? 10 plus the number in the circle.
10 plus the number in the circle. It is 13.
You have a 13 for your athletics?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it makes a check for your 13. All right. That is going to be enough. So you are now rabid. Okay. So now that you are now rabid, it is going to attempt to crush you in its grip. So I need you to make a fortitude save. Okay, so it does manage to do a squeezing. How many hit points do you have?
13.
Okay.
You're a very risky person.
please subtract 4 from that.
Take away 4?
Yeah, please subtract 4.
Right, that gives me 9.
Okay. June, this thing is off guard to you because it is giving all of its attention to Conrasu.
Choking the life out of Seamus.
It's trying to choke the life out of it. As it just sprouted a tentacle from under its butt and is now like, you hope it comes from the butt anyways. It is now like trying to choke Seamus with it.
Yeah. June is going to load a bullet into Ladyfingers, subtract 1.
Okay.
And just line up shot right in its face and bam.
Okay.
You know what?
That
is
not even with the bonus. So
yeah, I'm going to. Do I want to use my last hero point on this?
Since it is off guard, that does boost its AC down to 20. So you would need to be able to top a 20 to hit.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to use my last hero point and re-roll that.
Okay. All right.
That is going to be a crit. Right?
That is going to be a crit. Yeah, that is going to be a crit. So.
Jesus Christ, 19 damage.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So this thing spouts a like spindly blue tentacle of dubious origin from under its skirt, and that goes out and like just slashes around, or wraps and slaps around Seamus and starts putting the squeeze. You hear twigs and bits and pieces of the lattice that makes up his actual body pop and creak and start to like snap and everything. June lines up the gun, puts it against thing's head, and is like, "Dodge this," and just paints the building with blue matter. As this thing is a no more.
That was so fucking satisfying. Holy shit. I was like...
It continues to just float there.
Oh, that's...
It's dead. It's straight up dead, but it doesn't sink to the ground or anything. The corpse is just floating there.
Are we out of combat?
Effectively, yes.
I want its robe. I want to know what's behind door number 1.
Does the tentacle stop? Question: does the tentacle stop squeezing? Like it is like part of its body, or is it like?
Oh yeah. It is just part of. It's still there, so like Seamus has to unwrap himself from it. It is It is, for lack of a better term, its tail. There are no legs. It just tapers up into a, like rib cage sort of like area. Assuming this thing has anatomy that pays any attention whatsoever to fucking normal reality, which then splits off into kind of humanoid, pectorals and shoulders and whatnot. It's got, like I said, it has 3-fingered hands, which have claws. Its head, like its actual like face before it got blown off, had a Gizmo from the Gremlins movies.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but without any hair. Yeah, so like that kind of like twisted mockery of various things with like scraggly teeth and all that sort of stuff, and big glowing yellow eyes, which are now snuffed out and blown all across the building right there next to you. It is it's very much dead. It's going, but the floating effect that does not end for the body. It just hovers there at roughly 3 feet off. That.
Stealing his cloak.
All right.
Is there a reason he's still floating off the ground?
He's not subject to gravity.
Oh, I see. Wait, his whole body is just not subject to gravity? Like ever?
Yeah, his body is not subject to gravity.
Wait.
Ever? Like ever?
Ever.
Even decays.
Yeah. If you were to just leave this here, it would decay.
Hey, Kyle, you said you needed the body, right?
The skeleton would just stay there.
I am taking this body with me. This seems I'm taking this floating ass body with me. There's some things we could do with this.
Okay.
Agent of Chaos. I'm about to do some fucking chaotic things with this man's body. I'll just say that right now.
Okay. So Seamus, you can put down on your items list that you now have a chaos robe.
Chaos.
It counts as explorer's clothing, just so that you know. It counts as explorer's clothing. It has a +1 magical bonus to its defense, and the chaos effect that it has, and I'll put this into the Discord so that you
magic defense. You said.
Yeah. So its chaos defense thing that it does is that when you take either acid, electricity, or sonic damage, so like if you get hit by an effect that then you gain automatically resistance to that particular damage, which counts against the attack that triggered it, and that remains for an hour.
Oh man, I have some. Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Say I were to like remove the bones from this fucking floating goblin creature gremlin thing. If I attached them to, I don't know, like my feet or something like that, would then I start to float off the ground?
No, they only support their own weight.
Oh, their own weight.
Yeah, and if you push them, like if you were to push them around, they would float. As the only thing that they're going to react to is, wind resistance, effectively. So they would blow away like a balloon. That over time it will be like like if you have a balloon and it, how it slowly loses buoyancy, it just becomes sadder and sadder. That's what will happen to this body eventually.
God, I just had a really bad thought. Just like fucking Seamus attaching a string to his fucking body and then like handing it to fucking Callie. It's like, here you go, kiddo. Here's a balloon. Like,
Here's a balloon.
So,
but yeah, that's what this thing is, and that's what its cloak do.
So I guess it's no longer dark here now.
Oh no, that effect is still going on.
Okay.
It is still nighttime at roughly 9 a.m.
I was gonna say, like, should we leave now?
We got our shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your shit.
Yeah, sounds about right. Let's leave.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. I say as I'm like, I just quickly grab his
you
I
are.
was
robe.
gonna
Yeah,
say,
no, you are like
Callie, you're
you are
gonna
like
have
limping.
to
You were like
assist me into healing your father again.
yeah,
Damn it.
like
If you're gonna take 10 minutes to do a healing check, you probably should do that now.
yeah. I don't think you guys realize how close we had to our first player death. Like
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to flip a coin because I'm like, do I really want to waste the hero points? Because like I had a bad feeling about that fucking D20 natural roll, anyways.
That was pretty bad, yeah.
That was fucking hilarious though. So, Laria, if you would please with the medicine check.
Alright.
DC 15.
And Callie's helping me too, right?
Yeah, Callie can make a medicine check to aid.
Okay. 20.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, that does aid. That more than passes. So, that means that Seamus, you reduce your wounded condition by 1. So you go down to wounded 2.
Yeah.
And you also gain in hit points 6.
Okay, so I gain back 15 hit points. My hit points go up to 15.
I'll also add a big heal to it. This is for all of us, by the way.
big heal.
Okay, so you do so you just do the big burst.
Yeah.
Okay. So big burst.
Damn.
Ignore that one. Everyone gets 6. Everyone gets 6. And I will say that Tim was close enough to receive that.
Where were you?
Yeah, like Tim comes over after everything's all done and whatnot, and he's like,
Hey guys, how's it going? Damn, Seamus,
yeah,
the fuck happened to you?
yeah, he just walks over and he's like, "Is that a floating body? What is that? What?" Just in time to get his splash of 6 hit, which puts him up to 21 total hit points of 58. Okay. And we'll also just go ahead and say that Jamal was there. So let me add that to Jamal.
Yeah, just both of them come together like, "Hey guys, what's up?"
Yeah, both of them show up just in time to receive healing. Okay. So, Seamus,
Yes.
as you are, receiving medical attention and whatnot, you get a collect call from Axis.
Hold on, guys, gotta take this.
Excuse me, what's happening?
So the orb goes into standby. And the god mine of Axis phone calls one of its teeny tiny microscopic minions that just happens to be named Seamus, and it lets you know that Tyndalos has taken notice of your actions. Try to be more careful because your purpose has not been complete.
I understand.
Do not make us send in the backup.
I'm all the backup you need, don't worry.
That's what you said last time.
Don't worry about it.
And then it hangs up on you.
Man, my boss is a dick.
So, given all of the weird shit going on here in Runoff, the couple of ships that were here, doing trade and what, they are rapidly packing as fast as they can to leave.
Oh, fuck this place!
So there are.
We should probably do the same.
There are boats going, so you guys will need to pay passage to get the fuck out of here. I'm assuming that you book passage back to Harham.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we're going back to
All right
Harlem.
then. We're going to be heading back to Harham. So let me come over here and bring up. Pardon me. Let's see here. The travel stuff. Okay, so Bibbidi bobbidi gloop. Okay. All right. So the time that this 8 days. Okay. So let's check weather. All right. Weather events. All right. So weather will be affected on a roll of, this is a d20 roll from me. So 8 d20 rolls that need to be made.
Oh God.
Okay, so 1, 2, nothing. So 3, 4.
Can I spend
nothing.
the first 4 days finishing off my learning of Undercommon so that now I know it now?
Yes, you can. You can do that.
And then can I spend whatever the hell rest of the days like turning the automaton arm into a prosthetic automaton arm?
Yes, you can. That will require a craft check.
Alrighty.
DC for that is a DC 20.
20?
Or excuse me, no, excuse me, DC 25. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay.
I
rolled
a 1.
Well, then you do not get it ready, so you're gonna have to repair it, and then try again. Okay, so checking.
Or for like spend another few days doing.
You'll need to take at least a day to repair it before you can then try. Okay, right. But you guys do get back to Harham. It takes a total of 9 days to get back to Harham. There was one day where there was a pretty severe storm that passed by and unfortunately added some extra hours to the trip. But 9 days later, which, pardon me for a brief moment while I calculate what fucking date on the calendar we are now. Okay, so, all right, so when you guys woke up after rest at the church the first time, before you went to the quay, that was the 26th. So that means you came back on the 26th, took a rest, so then it was the 27th when this combat happened. And then from the 27th, we go 28th, 29th, 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. So it is like the 5th or 6th day of October by the time y'all get back to Harham, which means it'll be the 7th of October by the time you get back to camp.
Can I try repairing the arm?
Yes, once you do get back onto dry land, that is going to be
like that gets us like full hero points, doesn't it?
I think that's more like session based.
You only hear, yeah, you get those. Yeah,
oh,
those
okay.
are session based.
Okay.
But if anybody wasn't fully healed up already, you get all your hit points back by all of this time.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
sweet.
Oh.
Does that mean my wounded status goes away too?
Yeah, your wounded status goes away the very next day.
I was also gonna say, like, Laria does want to talk to Seamus.
Okay. Right. You would have plenty of time.
Yeah.
And everything to have conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you
could probably she probably does it on the boat trip.
Yeah, you wanna RP that right now? Go
so
ahead.
Y'all can have talk.
Don't ever be afraid to do that. Yeah.
Can I use cooperative crafting with Tim in order to make sure that the arm get like I'll repair it normally, and then can I do cooperative crafting with fucking Tim so I can make the fucking arm make it easier to turn the arm into a prosthetic arm?
Yeah, I will give a craft check for Tim. Yeah, sure. We'll allow that. Say he gives you the bonus.
Fuzzy just wants to push it along.
Oh my god!
You'll need to take another day to repair it.
Well, I mean, I didn't do the craft check to repair it the first time. What was the DC for repairing it?
Well, the DC for repairing it is a DC 20.
Oh my god! Why am am I rolling a 1? That's 2 1. I just want to make my brother have a goddamn arm.
Okay.
I'm not even doing this for me. The one time I want to craft something for myself, I roll 2 1s in a row. This is bullshit, dude.
All right. Well,
Be right
hit it
back.
again. Okay. All right. It is repaired. Let's go ahead and make another crafting check and we'll consider Tim's bonus on here. There we go. Okay.
Jesus Christ, dude. So much
This particular like automaton arm that you stole out of the junk pile, it ended up actually not being in nearly as good a condition as like you thought it was when you pulled it out of the junk pile, and required multiple recalibrations before it was finally able to be adjusted for use by someone who needs a prosthetic. So it is now a prosthetic arm that can be applied to Rusi. However, though, during the boat ride, Laria, you wanted to say something to Seamus.
Yeah. Larry pretty much just asks, why did that thing attack you specifically? Because, like, she has a feeling, but she doesn't want to say it yet.
I'm gonna be honest with you, little mushroom lady. I don't rightly know myself.
We're
Yeah,
just a little seasick. Oh no.
Yeah, Torque spends a couple of days during the trip just looking a little greener.
A little greener than normal.
Well, she's not green; she's gray. But yeah, which I guess is greener than normal anyway. But yeah,
she gets a little green around the gills. She's a fish? No, that's not what I mean.
Does coffee or blood eye coffee help with like seasickness or whatever?
No, that would actually make it worse.
Okay, yeah, let's not do that then.
Yeah. She's just a little bleh during those couple of days.
Just like get them chemicals away from me.
However, back to Laria's particular point. Swag. If you would please make a religion check. Okay.
Damn, not bad for a guy who's
Yeah,
doing it.
not bad at all. So, Seamus, it has never been part of your Aeon, you are, for lack of a better term, programmed, with a whole bunch of like spells and knowledge about the universe and some knowledge about like the greater multiverse around you. And you know that Proteans and Aeons are essentially like the relationship between the two is the same as, say, between an angel and a devil.
I see.
You are opposites of on that spectrum. You on the lawful side, it on the chaos side. Proteans, not only are they on the like chaos side of things, but they see all of reality as like a sickness and a blight, like that must be cured. And they also see Aeon, specifically the carriers of that sickness and whatnot. So they go out of their way to like, fuck with you. That in and of itself is pretty fucking normal. And the fact that you have gotten one of them to like come after you personally means that some of the greater powers that be, you're doing your job. It means that some of the greater powers that be have started to take notice of that.
I guess what I would tell her in the most layman terms possible to Laria is that think of it as somebody who's built specifically just to spite you and try to ruin everything you're working for.
It's like, wow, so you have like personal enemies?
Not exactly. More like fire and water. Fire and water don't get along well. One has to put out the other.
Like, I see that. That sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
I hope we don't. I hope, and I pray we don't run it anymore. He says as he kind of like he makes the notions of like pinching the bridge of your nose, even though he just kind of like it looks like he just face palms himself, and you hear like a hearty metal noise when he hit the screen of a CRT monitor.
Poor Torque.
Walking on his little two back legs, and he just walks in and sees sick.
Things that's for later. You cute rat thing.
you cute rat thing.
And just tells him like, yeah, you really gotta be careful because there may not be a next time where we can save you.
There may not be a next time.
I understand that.
All right.
I just wasn't expecting to have my own fireball blow the fuck up in my face.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
You've never run into that particular ability ever before.
Damn.
And I'm the one who usually says think fast shit ass.
It told you no. But otherwise, your connection to your chronoskimmer abilities and all that sort of stuff, that is functional again. After it, fucking like is gone and all that sort of stuff. It's not continuing to radiate that from like Callie's.
So I can feel the tick tock of the universal clock.
Yeah, the clock of the universal clock has returned to normal. But you now know when you feel that when you feel local entropy rising up, there's a protean nearby.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So we made it back to Harlem.
Fuck that protein. Piece of shit.
Okay, so the ship makes landfall in Harlem. To note, just to be clear, after you guys were a couple of hours away from runoff, natural daylight took back over like where it should be. So the night effect ended and the day-night cycle, started back up again as it fucking should.
Not my problem. I ain't going back there anymore. I don't got no reasons.
I'm sure they'll
you
be
guys
fine.
make it back.
I'm sure they'll
make
be
it
fine.
back to the probably fine. But you guys make it back to Harham, and so you're in Harham, and Torque specifically, mentions the fact that she is going to go by the market as soon as you guys make landfall because she wants to grab a few things. Is the intention of the party after you get back to just go ahead and hit the road and make your way back over to the camp? Is that the intention?
We aren't gonna stop at anywhere like the Cat's Eye or anything.
You can't now. Check in.
Yeah.
Is there anything I could get that could help with the process of, getting fucking Brucey out of his fucking sarcophagus tomb?
Yeah, this would be the place that you would want to check. Since you're talking a magical device, such as the sarcophagus, you would need to check in with somebody who knows magic stuff, and you've got a couple of options. You could go check in with Herbert, you know, the guy that y'all stole from. You could go check. He is a purveyor of magical goods and services. On a lesser extent, so is Folkert, the halfling guy who sponsored you guys at the beginning. So you could either go up to Smallborough's Big Savings, or you can go over to the place that's marked for Herbert's Heist. Either one of those locations would have somebody there you could talk to about the sarcophagus and how to get him out of there without, like, killing him.
I mean, I would go to Herbert, but I'm afraid he might notice might know who I am.
That's a possibility. Also, everybody just roll a perception check.
All right.
And this is just for you guys to kind of pick up the vibe while you're in.
Oof, not one. God.
June gives no shits. Eyes forward, walk. Although, as June eyes forward, walk, Torque swings by, grabs June by the hand, and pulls her over into the market to help her with shopping. She's got a few things to pick up.
Oh yeah, June was going to go with Torque to the market either way.
Okay, yeah. So we got you guys going over to the market, and as everyone else is, you know, moving through town, you're just picking up the vibe from everybody. Two things become pretty clear. One, Harham never experienced the disruption in the day-night cycle. No one here is talking about that like it's a thing that happened. So, but there are multiple people who are in from ships that were down south who are telling that. So, like, you know, other people who were not in experienced that. So, however large that effect may have been, unknown. But a lot of people in the on ships did see it and experience it are up here. But Harham, the actual city itself, that never happened here. They did not experience that. So you do get that. You also get that there is something. There's kind of a spicy tone moving through the docks right now because there has been a shakeup in the harbor master's like control of the area. There's been kind of a shakeup, and the harbor master and the earl have recently been seen together discussing things, and there is apparently somebody who is pretty high up on the chain is soon to be moved to trial, which will be held at the Abadar Coin. So there is a big trial that is about to get underway over there. And there has been just some shakeup that affects customs. So some people are kind of grumpy about that, but there's fucking drama, legal drama going on.
I'd imagine Callie's just skipping along like, it's not my problem. I'm trying to figure fix it. Like, I'm trying to get my heart out of this tomb. I haven't seen him in 12 years. I don't give a fuck who's getting persecuted for what reason.
Exactly. So, Callie, we'll handle yours. So you're going to go over to...
Go over to Herbert, and I'm going to wear some inconspicuous glasses. You know, the ones with, like, the mustache and, like, the glasses.
Okay. I hear you. You know what? Make me a deception check.
Hold on, let me get that out. And this is where I fail.
Okay. Well, so, Callie, you head over to Herbert's actual, like, storefront. It is no longer quarantined off. There's apparently no, venomous giant centipedes or anything. So all of that has been wiped away since the last time you were in town. And when you walk into the shop, first of all, you are hit with upscale. It is like the building, not even the contents, but just the earth entirely.
Can you repeat all of that? Cut out like.
Yeah, I cut out like a bit of it.
Well, this is a super upscale location. Not even counting the like stuff which is in here. The building itself is probably worth more than all of Runoff's GDP.
Damn.
Yeah, it is. This place is money and dripping with it. And there is a very suitably haughty gentleman who is there at the door to greet customers, who turns and looks your way and is like, "Yes, ma'am. How may I help you?"
I need help separating a person from a magical item without killing them, hopefully.
Is this a magical curse sort of deal, or is it impaled with an enchanted arrow kind of thing?
I think like probably the enchanted arrow one. I think.
Ah, yes, I see. All right. Well,